Personal story segment tonight. There's a new book out called American Gun, A History of the U.S. and 10 Firearms. The book was written by the late Navy SEAL Chris Kyle, who was shot to death in Texas last February. A year earlier, I interviewed Chief Petty Officer Kyle on the factor. Anyway, Kyle's wife, Taya, is out promoting the book, and I spoke with her last night. So this is a pro-gun book that you guys put out. But what's the headline of the book? What's the most important thing in it?
Well, I don't actually think of it too much of as a pro-gun book as much as it is a history book. Honestly, it was just history. Chris loves American history. And yeah, his interests are in guns, so it makes sense that he would show how history has been changed by people using guns and how the gun manufacturers changed to adapt to the times. But it's really fun and entertaining look at the people who changed history. But
there is the specter of your late husband over the book, and because he was killed with a firearm by a deranged guy. And that's the center of the debate, that most Americans who are clear thinking understand that we need to defend ourselves with firearms, and that's why the founding fathers put that into the Constitution. But the other side is also disturbing, because there are a lot of crazy people who get a hold of guns, they do damage, like killing your husband. So how do you balance that out?
Well, I think there are always people that are going to kill other people. They were doing it before guns. And so I don't really look at it as a gun issue because it's overshadowed. So one evil act is something that we end up focusing on. We don't focus on all the positive things, the vulnerable people like me who feel a little bit safer with a gun.
Sure.
So I think it's just grossly skewed to a few evil acts.
All right. Now, Jesse Ventura had to dust up with your husband, allegedly, and your husband's on his program and told me this. You say you knocked Jesse Ventura to the floor with a punch. Now, you don't mention his name, but everybody knows who that is. Number one, that happened? You knocked him out?
Yeah, well, I knocked him down.
Knocked him down. Why? Why would you punch Ventura?
He said y'all deserve to lose a few guys.
Navy SEALs.
I'm assuming he was saying that to me.
Did he fight back?
He went down, the cops were there, I took off running.
Now, Ventura's suing you, even though your husband is dead, continues the lawsuit, and discuss it on CNN. Roll the tape.
I was accused by this gentleman of committing treason. That's very serious. In fact, it's a capital offense in the military. And I want to clear my name because the event and everything written about it did not happen. It never occurred. And the only place I can do that is to exercise my right to go to court. It is not about money. It's about restoring my reputation.
But do you not feel slightly uncomfortable about the fact you're now suing his widow?
No, because an insurance company's paying for the whole thing anyway.
How do you react to that?
He's suing me for money.
Yes.
For my estate, for the money that I'm supposed to use to raise my children, for the money we wanted to give to other veterans. He's suing me. HarperCollins, William Morrow, has an insurance company that's helping me pay for legal fees that I can't afford on my own.
Right.
But the money he wants is mine.
He wants money. There's no doubt about that. But he also, I believe, Mr. Ventura, when he says he's insulted that his reputation was impugned. How do you feel about him personally?
I don't really have an opinion on him personally, honestly. I don't really give him too much thought.
Too much thought. I feel that if he really wants to be a man, he drops the case. If he really wants to be a man. You know, and if he wants to restore his reputation, then he should drop the case. That's how I feel, Jesse. I hope you got the message there. Finally, a lot of people go through tragedies. Is there anything that you can tell people who are suffering now, as you have suffered because of the loss of your husband? Any words?
I think more than anything, I can say it to people who know someone who has suffered a devastating loss. I can tell you that my family, in the absolute worst of times, has seen the absolute best in people, and that's given us more strength than I could have ever imagined. You know, there are these men that live by the code of the samurai, or the Bible that says, "Father the fatherless," and they've all stepped in and they've held us up. I think when you suffer a tremendous loss, everybody needs love and support in tangible ways, and that's what people have done for us. It's been amazing.
Well, Ms. Kyle, thanks very much for coming in here and talking to us today.
Thank you.
And when we come right back, it will be Miller time.